Performance improvement staff play key roles at their health agencies to lead efforts around systems improvement, organizational planning, and effective coordination across program areas. For many, this includes shepherding their agency-wide efforts to meet the Public Health Accreditation Board standards and supporting staff development in performance management and quality improvement competencies through trainings, work groups, and development of agency-wide quality improvement plans. When the COVID-19 pandemic began and health agencies became knee-deep in their response efforts, quality improvement practices and efficient use of time and resources became especially critical for an effective response. Several health departments engage performance improvement staff and champions with their knowledge and training in quick improvement methodologies to adapt planning and processes during the response. Working on systems improvement projects in their agencies gave performance improvement staff the expertise to think strategically about evaluating and documenting processes for use beyond the pandemic in future infrastructure, systems, and emergency response planning. In this two-part ASTO Expert video series, we spoke to staff at various state health agencies about opportunities through their COVID-19 response to leverage the foundations built from their PHAB accreditation process and PMQI trainings to improve their response efforts during and beyond the pandemic. We spoke first to Harley Davis from the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control about how the agency built upon its accreditation planning efforts and foundation for continuous improvement by making process improvements through their COVID-19 response efforts.
So as an agency, we have a strong coordination group within our Public Health Preparedness Bureau to respond to the pandemic. The South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control, or DHEC, is accustomed to dealing with emergency situations annually during hurricane season. Unfortunately, we're in the middle of that now. And so, thinking about dual responses is kind of a crazy thing, but we are really lucky that we're prepared to deal with these types of responses as we encounter them annually. And I think that the coordination with subject matter experts within and outside of DHEC really shows our foundations in planning and partnerships. This is especially important with respect to coordination with other state agencies and the partner organizations who are involved in the response. DHEC is only one state agency that's involved in this response, and the whole response as a state is actually coordinated through the South Carolina Emergency Management Division. However, our role in this specific response is extremely important given it is a public health emergency. I think the issues that we here at DHEC and other health departments are facing as we respond to COVID-19 are very similar. I think it was clear that there were staffing and data limitations from the beginning. The need for data to drive action for our response was quickly identified, and the data section was established in our agency's incident command structure to help coordinate data efforts. DHEC has also worked really hard to recruit and hire temporary staff to help with case investigations and contact monitoring at the local and regional health departments, as well as to ensure continuity of operations of our agency functions. So finding that balance between, the needs to respond to the pandemic as well as keeping our essential operations ongoing has been a struggle to some extent. Specifically on the data side, though, additional staff have been needed to expedite projects and improve data processes, such as receipt and analysis of electronic lab information, all the way to assessment and improvement of data quality. I think that as an agency, we'll have multiple after-action discussion sessions to evaluate our response. I know we're also working to plan a hot wash as the response is ongoing. Fortunately, that hasn't happened yet, but we're still planning to do that in the near future. I also appreciate the data-driven response our agency has taken with respect to COVID-19. For me personally, I think it's really about observing how effective teams work together. There are always lessons to be learned and ways to improve the work we are doing, including improving communication and collaboration. Our incident commanders have done a really good job of communicating clearly roles, responsibilities, and expectations. I can then implement those communication and facilitation skills in my everyday work. So really learning from those who are excellent collaborators and communicators and who do the work selflessly. I think it's really about involving them in the response from the beginning. They can work parallel to the response effort to offer suggestions and collect information to streamline processes and increase efficiency. PM and QI staff can be proactive while other response staff are responding to immediate issues and requests. While part of emergency operations and public health preparedness includes continuous improvement components, bringing PM and QI dedicated staff who can observe and be objective as our response has evolved will improve the health of those in South Carolina. I have been lucky enough to be involved with both PHAB Accreditation and the COVID-19 response at DHEC, and the experiences have really built on each other. What I learned through accreditation has been implemented in my work with COVID-19, and I'll take what I've learned as part of this response with me as we continue the accreditation process here at DHEC. It's really all about collaboration, meeting people where they are, and giving them ownership of the work that they do. We are all here because we want to improve the health of the people and environment in South Carolina, but we easily can get lost in our own work and forget the big picture and true mission of DHEC. Being part of agency initiatives like this allows me to keep my job and role at DHEC in perspective. I'm part of something greater, and my work is important to everyone in South Carolina. That is my motivation to participate in these efforts and to help coordinate and facilitate good work. I want our agency to be recognized as an accredited public health agency, and I want people to look back positively on DHEC's response to COVID-19 in South Carolina. Being able to play a role in both is a professional honor of mine.
South Carolina's story shows us how having a strong culture of quality improvement in an agency can benefit a health department, especially when it comes time to make improvement and timely decisions in a public health emergency. As your health department is considering strategies to leverage performance improvement and accreditation planning into your COVID-19 response, you might consider utilizing community partnerships in your PHAB Domain 9 PMQI expertise. South Carolina also shared their focus on using data to drive decisions, a key aspect of performance management, and future plans for hot washes and after action reports that can be documented and used for PHAB documentation in Domain 1 and 2. There are many other strategy examples out there, and in the next video, we will hear about how Florida Department of Health is leveraging the work from their PHAB re-accreditation process and PMQI expertise to tackle a specific communication intervention as part of their COVID-19 response.